Hello and a warm welcome to Monaco for the 4th edition of the UEFA Conference League draw. Today we are joined by representatives from all the clubs who've qualified, all of whom are here to discover who they'll be facing in this year's competition.
Hello, welcome from my side as well. This season the UEFA Conference League takes on a brand new look, of course, with the group stages being replaced by a league format which features 36 teams, replicating the new formats we've seen in the UEFA Champions League and the UEFA Europa League as well.
We will do our best to explain as we go, but before we do, let's take a little look back at last season's competition, which culminated in Olympiacos beating Fiorentina at the UECL Arena in Greece.
Srećno do pobjede, da slavimo jer stvarno zaslužujemo mi i ovaj grad.
Dopo la passata stagione sicuramente abbiamo ancora tanta voglia di rifare un grande percorso.
Need a night to remember, okay boys, good quality, good movements from each other. Then we score some more goals. Okay boys, come on.
It's up to us now to create our own history.
It's our chance, we have to take it, no regrets.
Der muss sich denken, welchen Bauer hat mein Gegenspieler, welche Energie, hast du recht!
Tsunemoto! Senza stava realito! Absolutely brilliant. Duran this time. Unis 2-0! Ο Κιόβετιτς! Γκολ!
Δεν πίστευε κανένας σε εμάς ότι μπορούμε να πετύχουμε μια τέτοια ανατροπή.
Ο Ολυμπιακός παίρνει την πρόκριση. Ο Τσουλάκης το πιάσε και πάλι. Τέλος!
Τα συναισθήματα ήταν πάρα πολλά.
Aston Villa have done it in a penalty shootout.
Quand je vois que la balle elle tape le poteau, je me suis dit mais c'est pas possible. Et je vois la balle elle revient, là pour moi c'était un cadeau.
Due anni in una competizione europea e per 2 anni consecutive, 2 anni consecutivi in finale.
Sería algo muy grande, ¿no? Entraríamos en la historia de Olympiacos y en la historia del fútbol griego también, ¿no?
Dietro lo scambio con Bonaventura, arriva il centro, basso Milenkovic! Segnalato però in posizione irregolare.
Νέα σέντρα, ο Ελκαμπή, γκολ! γκολ!
الحمد لله من فرصة واحدة تأتى لنا المبتغى ديالنا، حافظنا على الشباك ديالنا وكنستحقوا هذا اللقب هذا.
Wow, what a season, an incredible night for Olympiacos, who became the first Greek club ever to win a major European trophy. Huge congratulations to their players, the staff, and of course to their passionate fans as well.
Indeed, and our first guest enjoyed a glittering career as a professional footballer. It spanned more than 25 years. He is a two-time winner of the UEFA Champions League with Real Madrid. In 1998, he won the World Cup with France, and 2 years later, the UEFA European Championship. He is now a club ambassador for Olympiacos, a team he represented with distinction. With the UEFA Conference League trophy, please welcome Christian Karamba.
Welcome, Christian, with that beautiful trophy as well. Great to see you. Now, as a player, you knew all about European glory, right? And Matt reeled off quite an impressive CV. But tell us about that night in Athens, working with Olympiacos. How did you live all of those emotions with the final?
We know that football is all about emotions. I think that it was a great and beautiful journey. And I think that from 2014, when Mr. Marinakis has hired the club, he changed all the landscape by hiring people, innovating every time, any department. So now we are here to enjoy this trophy.
Congratulations again.
And because Olympiacos won that trophy, they jump up, obviously, into the Europa League. You were here to watch the draw. Did we do an okay job for you and the club?
I think that we can manage that. I hope that Mr. Mendilibar is also happy and keen to play these teams. But for sure, yes, we have at least 4 home games, so we can do the defense at home in Kariskaki Stadium.
All right, well, good luck for the upcoming season. Thank you for now, Christian. This season's UEFA Conference League final is being staged at the Wrocław Stadium in Poland, and our next guest is a former Polish international who made 102 appearances for his country.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Michal Żelakov.
Welcome. Such a fantastic career as a player. You had over 100 appearances for Olympiacos as well as your glittering career with the national team. So you must have lived that night in Athens quite emotionally as well, right? How was that for you? What did it mean for the club?
I was invited on the game, so I was the witness how Olympiacos won the first European trophy, and I think this club fulfilled something what was missing for a long time. So a big success in Europe. The fans of Olympiacos were waiting so long for this moment, so I think they get the best gift from the players.
Yeah, you're a proud Polish man with lots of connections in your home country. Obviously, the final now in Wrocław next summer. Lots to look forward to.
It's a perfect arena, Tarczyński Arena, 45,000 seats. So I think for a long time, because the last time when the big sport football event was taking place in this city was Euro 2012. Yeah. And then a couple of games of national teams. So I think the people from Wrocław are waiting for the events like this. And I can assure that Polish and the people from Wrocław are ready to organize it perfect.
Arms open from Mika and all the Poles. Thank you very much. Now, as I am sure you're aware by now, UEFA club competitions are undergoing something of a makeover this season, and the UEFA Conference League will follow in the same footsteps as the UEFA Champions League and the UEFA Europa League by replacing the traditional group stage with a larger league format.
Yeah, and these changes are designed, of course, to improve all aspects of European competition. And to tell us more about it, please welcome onto the stage the UEFA Deputy General Secretary, Giorgio Marchetti.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of UEFA, welcome to Monaco for the league phase draw of the 24-25 UEFA Conference League. In just 3 seasons, UEFA's newest club competition has fully met football's expectations, establishing itself as a most valuable feature in the European landscape, giving many clubs a crucial opportunity to grow internationally and the priceless chance to lift the European trophy. 3 distinct champions have been crowned, including Olympiacos, who became the first Greek club to hoist a European trophy last season. And as we embark on the 4th season, we do so with a new format that promises suspense and thrills like never before. Every match will be key, every goal will be a turning point, every save a lifeline. The stakes are higher, the margins are thinner, and the drama more intense, as each moment from each match will determine whether a European dream lives on or fades away. And while the format has evolved, the essence, however, remains untouched, open to all based on achievements on the field. Congratulations to the 36 clubs from 29 nations here this afternoon, and a special welcome to those stepping onto this stage of European football for the very first time. We wish you all the very best of luck, of course. And before we begin the draw, even if we are ready, let's take a short moment for the technical procedure.
The 36 teams that have qualified for the league phase are divided into 6 pots. Pot 1 features the 6 highest ranked qualified teams in the UEFA Club Coefficient ranking. Pot 2 comprises the next 6 teams in the ranking, and so on for Pot 3, 4, 5 and 6. The draw will determine the 6 opponents for each team that they will face during the league phase. To assign these teams' opponents, a computer software will be triggered to select at random 1 eligible team from each pot and take into account the following conditions before selecting the opponents. Teams from the same national association cannot be drawn against each other. Teams can face a maximum of 2 opponents from any single other national association. Starting with pot 1, a ball is manually drawn at random and opened to display the team, at which point an automated software randomly draws 6 opponents for this team, 1 from each pot, including for each opponent whether they are played at home or away. For the purposes of the draw, allocating whether each of those matches will be played at home or away, pots 1 and 2, pots 3 and 4, and pots 5 and 6 are paired, and each team is drawn to play 1 opponent from each pairing of pots at home and the other away. The software draws the possible valid opponents from all pots, ensuring that a valid allocation is made, guaranteeing the full draw can be completed. Once a valid allocation has been drawn by the software, the opponents and which matches are played at home or away will be revealed. The process is repeated until all 6 teams from pot 1 have been drawn and assigned their 6 opponents. If they've already been drawn to face an opponent from pot 1, there will be no further allocation of opponents from this pot. Any opponent that has already been drawn does not need to be revealed and will be directly displayed in the opponent overview. Once all 6 pot 1 teams have been drawn, pot 2 will follow with a ball drawn at random. As the team's opponent from pot 1 has already been designated, the software moves immediately to draw 1 opponent at random from each of pots 2 to 6, again allocating which matches are played at home and which are played away. In this respect, the allocation will take into account the match already assigned in pot 1 to respect the pairing of pots and the home and away scheduling. Pots 3, 4, 5 and 6 will be completed as per the same procedure as previous pots, with only opponents from the relevant remaining pots to be drawn each time. It is important to note that the display of ties is shown by pot and does not represent the order of the matches of each team. The match calendar with the dates and kick-off times of the matches will be released on Saturday.
Right, now we know how it all works. Really looking forward to this. It's time to start the draw for the UEFA Conference League for pots 1, 2 and 3. Christian will be drawing the balls and Michal will be pressing the button so the computer reveals the results of the opponents that are selected automatically. Giorgio, over to you to kick this off.
Yes, we are ready to go with pot 1, which features Chelsea, Copenhagen, KA, Gent, Fiorentina, Lask, and Real Betis. So we have more pots, but smaller pots. Christian, it's up to you now. It's your time. You have to shuffle these 6 balls, and we start with pot 1. First team drawn.
Gent.
It's KAA Gent from Belgium. They participated in all 4 editions of this competition before, and for Gent we are waiting for the draw. Obviously you have to wait for the draw which is taking place, and we are ready now. The software is ready with the 6 opponents for KA Gent. Let's go, please.
Do the honors. And we have the opponents coming out for Gent in this edition of the UEFA Conference League. It's Chelsea from pot 1. That'll be an away match. They'll be home in pot 2 to Molde and also to Omonia. It's an away match in pot 4 in Switzerland versus Lugano. They'll be hosting TSC of Serbia and playing away at Larne in Northern Ireland, who made history, Matt, just last night by qualifying for European competition. Any team from the Irish Premier League for European competition group phase.
Yes, so this is Gent, the first team drawn in the new UEFA Conference League. Christian, you can proceed with the second draw.
Chelsea FC.
And here we go with the Blues of London, Chelsea FC. They have already been drawn against Gent. They are ready to receive 5 more opponents when Michal now presses the button.
Thank you, Mika. Yep, slid past Servette despite defeat in Switzerland last night, did Enzo Maresca's team. And here's the full picture. After Ghent, they will be at Heidenheim from the Bundesliga away. They'll also travel to Astana in Kazakhstan, a home tie against the League of Ireland side Shamrock Rovers from Dublin. Panathinaikos from pot 5, their opponents, and FC Noah of Armenia completes the picture for Chelsea.
Yes, completes the picture for Chelsea, and we want now to see the picture of another club. Thanks to Christian.
Copenhagen.
We go with FC Copenhagen. Copenhagen Champions Conference League round of 16 in 2022. We're ready. No opponent is known yet for Copenhagen. You can press the button and draw 6.
And the results of the draw for Copenhagen are an away tie against Real Betis in Spain. They'll be hosting Istanbul Başakşehir, playing in Austria versus Rapid, hosting from pot 4 Hearts, from pot 5 Jagiellonia Białystok, and they'll be playing at Dinamo Minsk in pot 6. That's the journey for Copenhagen, Georgia.
Yes, this is, but we have another 3 clubs ready, and we can proceed with the 4th draw of pot 1.
Fiorentina.
Fiorentina from finalists twice in this competition. They will try better luck in the next final. They will try to be there, of course, in Wrocław in May. And we are ready for Fiorentina. Also, Fiorentina has received no opponents, so we can draw 6.
Yeah, they needed a penalty shootout last night to see off Puskás Academy, but they're in it again to win it, I'm sure. And here are the 6 opponents in this league format for Fiorentina. Home to Lask from Linz. They travel to Apoel and to Vitória in Portugal. They've got a home tie against the Welsh side, the New Saints. St. Gallen is a away trip to Switzerland, and Paphos from Cyprus is the full 6 for Fiorentina.
Yeah, that's the road of Fiorentina to the knockout phase. Yes, you can go ahead with the other two.
Real Betis.
Real Betis de Sevilla. So Sevilla, Real Betis have received Copenhagen as a home fixture, but we don't know yet who they will have to face in pot 2 to 6.
So a handful of opponents for Real Betis to discover, and they are Legia Warszawa, Helsinki, Mlada Boleslav, Petrokub, and NK Celje. That is the path for the Spaniards of Real Betis for this season's competition.
Yes, with Real Betis, and after Betis only one name, which we'll see in a few seconds, to complete pot 1.
Lask.
That's of course Lask Linz from Austria, round of 16-22. Fiorentina away is their known fixture, and Michael, if you press the button, we draw 5 opponents for Lask.
5 to find, and here they come for Lask. They're at home to Djurgården of Sweden. They've got a trip to Ljubljana to take on Olympia. Cercle Bruges is their Belgian opponent from pot 4, again at home. Borac from Bosnia, Banja Luka, their opponents from pot 5, and Víkingur of Reykjavik completes the story for Lask of Linz. The first teams then, the pot 1 teams, have been drawn, and already some intriguing matchups to look forward to, including Chelsea, who will take on, among others, the Belgian side of Ghent, Real Betis of Spain against Copenhagen, and Fiorentina against Lask of Linz.
Great matches already, Matt, that's for sure. Let's move on to pot 2 now, which will surely throw up more great games. We have 6 more teams to draw, and they are Istanbul Başakşehir, Molde, Legia Warszawa, Heidenheim, Djurgården, and Apoel.
Yes, we are all set for this pot 2. And I will ask kindly Christian to proceed with the first team drawn.
Istanbul Başakşehir.
Istanbul Başakşehir. Yes, I think we are there. No problem.
No easy.
Everybody knows this club, so they will face Copenhagen away out of pot 1, but which other 5 we don't know yet, but it doesn't take long.
So these are the opponents for the Istanbul side. They'll be facing in pot 2 Heidenheim and Rapid. Those are 2 home matches. Then it's away at Cercle Bruges. They'll be hosting Petrokub and playing in Slovenia at NK Celje. And of course, Matt, this is not the order of the matches. When the calendar comes out, we'll get to know the final results tomorrow, Giorgio.
Exactly. Let's go ahead. We have another 5 that we want to draw, yes, and we can start immediately.
Djurgården.
We go to Sweden with Djurgården now. They made the round of 16 only 2 seasons ago, and they were drawn against Lask away in pot 1. We draw their 5 opponents.
Yeah, Kim Bergstrand, the coach there, almost 6 years in the job, and he's got 6 teams to face. We already knew about Lask. Now it's Legia Warsaw and Vitoria, home ties from pots 2 and 3. A trip to Wales to take on the new Saints. Panathinaikos at home for the Swedes, and they go not that far to Reykjavik to take on Víkingur, Giorgio.
Yes, let's go ahead. Christian, please, the next one.
Legia Warsaw.
Legia Warszawa drawn against Real Betis and Djurgården already, and we need to reveal 4 more opponents for Legia. We can go with this button.
Team from Michal's home country, responsibility is on. And the fixtures that are missing here were Omonia, that's an away match, home against FC Lugano of Switzerland, an away match in Serbia against TSC, and they'll be hosting Dinamo Minsk. That's the journey for Legia.
Yes, that is the journey of Legia Warsaw. We have 3 more. We can go.
Apoel.
Now we have Apoel FC from Cyprus. The last participation in group stage was in 1920. That was the Europa League. Apoel have been drawn at home against Fiorentina. We withdraw now 5.
5 more for Apoel, and here they come. They travel to Molde in Norway. They have Astana at home. Shamrock Rovers is a trip to Dublin. Borac is a home tie against the team from Banja Luka, and FC Noah from Armenia is a trip away for Apoel.
Yes. This is the journey of Apoel throughout the league phase. We have another 2 waiting in pot 2.
Molde.
Molde FK, the Norwegian champions of Molde, cup winners in their country. So for Molde, we know that their known opponents are Ghent and Apoel, and we can proceed.
The cup winners from Norway will also face HJK Helsinki on the road. They'll be hosting Mlada Boleslav, traveling to Poland to take on Jagiellonia Białystok, and they'll be hosting the history makers Larn as well.
Yes, so only one to know everything about pot 2 teams.
Heidenheim.
These teams makes their debut at home in our competitions, of course, in this season, and what a debut hosting Chelsea and traveling to Istanbul for Başakşehir, and which other 4 teams.
Terrific job from Frank Schmidt, who's almost 17 years into the job there at Heidenheim. The 4 to find are Olympia from Ljubljana, Hearts, which is an away trip for Heidenheim. They're at home to St. Gallen, and Paphos of Cyprus completes the 6 for the Bundesliga side. So pot 2 now, done and dusted. We are motoring with the balls and the buttons. The last of matches continues to grow in the league stage, with Başakşehir taking on Heidenheim. Djurgården will take on, among others, Legia Warszawa, and Molde face Apoel.
That's a pick of the fixtures so far from that pot. Let's move on to pot 3 now, gentlemen, which features SK Rapid, Omonia, HJK Helsinki, Vitoria, FC Astana, and NK Olympia Ljubljana.
Of course, these are the 6 teams. Christian, your job again.
Helsinki.
So, HJ Helsinki is now drawn. They are champions in Finland 3 times in this group stage or league phase in the last 4 seasons. Drawn against Real Betis and Molde. We can press the button for their remaining 4 opponents.
It's a quartet that's missing from this fixture list, and they are a match against Olympia Ljubljana at home. They'll be traveling to Lugano and Panathinaikos, and then hosting Dinamo Minsk as well.
Yes, that's it. This is the journey for AJK. We can go ahead.
Olympia Ljubljana.
And now we have Olympia Ljubljana from Slovenia, twice in the group stage of the Conference League, including this season. And Olympia knows already half of their opponents, who are Lask, Heidenheim, and Helsinki.
From halfway to a full house for Victor Sanchez and his players. They're at home to Cercle Bruges. They travel to Poland to take on Jagiellonia, and they have a home tie against Larn from Northern Ireland.
Yes, that's it. We have another team ready to appear from the ball drawn.
Omonia.
We move to Cyprus with Omonia. Omonia twice also in this group stage, so they are not debutants. Ghent and Legia Warszawa are their 2 known opponents. We can allocate another 4.
And the picture is now complete for Omonia. It's a home match against Rapid, and they'll be traveling to Scotland to take on Hearts, and they'll be also away at FK Borac. They're hosting Vikingur as well. That's their path in the next season's competition.
Very diverse path, as in most cases the diversity in this competition is amazing. 29 countries represented.
Astana FC.
Now we go to Kazakhstan with the FC Astana. And what we have for Astana, what we know is Chelsea at home and Apoel away. Please, Michal, press the button.
Thank you, Mika. Here they come, the 4 more for the team from Kazakhstan. They're also at home to Victoria. They go to Wales to take on the new Saints. They'll welcome TSC of Serbia to their home ground in Kazakhstan, and they'll travel to Cyprus to take on Paphos.
That's it for Astana. Only 2 left. The last 2 balls that Christian has to draw.
Vitória.
Vitória SC from Portugal, from Guimarães. So Vitória is taking on Fiorentina, Djurgården, Astana. Michael, another 3.
And the team from Portugal, Vitória, will also be hosting Mlada Boleslav. They'll be traveling to Switzerland to take on St. Gallen, and they'll be hosting the Slovenians from Celje as well. And that's the picture for Vitória in this pot.
We go with the last team of pot 3.
Rapid.
This is Rapid Vienna. Of course, Rapid Vienna knockout playoffs in 22. Copenhagen, Başakşehir and Omonia have been drawn, and we can draw the other 3.
Robert Klaus in charge for nearly a year at SK Rapid, and here is the full fixture list now. They're at home to Shamrock Rovers from the League of Ireland. They'll travel to Moldova to take on Petrokub, and they will welcome FC Noah of Armenia to Vienna, Pedro.
Definitely so many great matches. We've had 3 of the 6 pots that have been drawn so far, and the games just keep on coming, right? That's what you expect from this competition. So much competitive balance. Maybe if we were going to pick a few of the matches here, we could look at Helsinki against NK Olimpija from Slovenia, and Omonia maybe taking on SK Rapid, and we've got Vitória from Guimarães versus Astana as well.
Yeah, it's a full smorgasbord across the continent of Europe. Right, as if it weren't complicated enough with this many teams, this many balls and one big button, we're going to ask our 2 special guests to switch places as well. Now, Mika, if you get a chance to go and swirl and pick, and Christian, with your safe hands, you'll be all over that button like a rash. We're good to go with the next pot, pot 4. So, Giorgio, if you wouldn't mind.
Yes.
Oh, beg your pardon. Before we do, let's have a quick look, Pedro, at the teams.
Definitely tactical change here on stage. Pot 4 features Cercle Bruges, Shamrock Rovers, the new Saints, FC Lugano, Hearts of Midlothian, and Mlada Boleslav.
Yes, exactly. So I will shuffle for Michal, and please, Michal, can I ask you to pick one of the 6 balls containing the names of these 6 clubs. All of them have 50% of the opponents already drawn.
Cercle Bruges.
Cercle Bruges from Belgium. Cercle Bruges, their first participation ever in a UEFA group stage. And they have drawn Lask, Başakşehir and Olimpia Ljubljana. We go ahead. Yes, Christian, thank you very much.
The Belgians of Cercle Bruges will also be taking Heart of Midlothian on. They'll also face on the road FC St. Gallen, and they're on the road against Vikingur Reykjavik.
Yes. These are the 6 opponents for Bruges, Cercle Bruges. We can draw the next one.
Difficult.
Difficult ball.
There we go, well done.
It's okay.
Shamrock Rovers.
Shamrock Rovers FC from the Republic of Ireland, champions of the Republic of Ireland. They have drawn so far Chelsea, Upwell and SK Rapid Wien. We go.
Let's have a look at the next three, the other three for Shamrock Rovers, and they have not disappointed. The computer has done exactly what most would have wanted. They will take on the New Saints of Wales at home. They'll also take on the Bosnian side FK Borac at home, and they will travel across the border from Dublin to Larne to take on the Northern Irish side. That is a belter of a fixture.
Absolutely, this unbelievable set of derbies. There we will be all excited. Yes, that's what the fans want to see, I guess.
I think so.
Bringing out the passion.
Oh, yeah.
The New Saints.
And now we go with the New Saints. The New Saints' first participation in the UEFA group stage and the first club playing in the Welsh League to reach a UEFA group stage, now league phase. They have 4 known opponents: Fiorentina, Djurgården, Astana, and as we have seen now, Shamrock Rovers. Please, Christian.
Thank you, Christian. And the last 2 opponents for the New Saints are Panathinaikos, that'll be a home match, and an away trip to Slovenia to take on NK Celje.
Yes, that's New Saints. We go ahead with the other 3.
Heart of Midlothian.
The Heart of Midlothian is drawn now. Second group stage in the Conference League in the last 3 seasons. So Hearts have drawn Copenhagen, Heidenheim, Omonia, and Cercle Bruges. We go for 2.
So 2 more to find for Stephen Naismith's side, and they have Petrokub of Moldova as a home tie from pot 5, and they travel away to take on FC Dinamo Minsk in pot 6. That's the full 6.
That's it. We have 2 more. We start.
FK Mlada Boleslav.
This is Mlada Boleslav from Czechia. Their last participation was in 2007 and 8 in the UEFA Cup, and we're ready to give Mlada 3 opponents, joining Real Betis, Molde and Vitoria SC.
And the team from Czechia will also be hosting Lugano and Jagiellonia Białystok. They'll be traveling to FC Noah of Armenia, the debutants there.
Good, only 1 left. We can see their name in this ball.
FC Lugano.
That's of course FC Lugano from Switzerland. And Lugano know that they play Ghent, Legia Warszawa, Helsinki and Mlada Boleslav. Would you press the button for the next 2?
Yeah, Mattia Crocitorti's team, 2 to find. They will travel to Serbia to take on TSC, and a home tie for Lugano against the Cypriots of Paphos. Lots more matches to look forward to, including the debutants Cercle Bruges against Hearts, Shamrock Rovers against the New Saints of Wales, and Mlada Boleslav of Czechia will take on the Swiss side Lugano, as we've just learned.
We've drawn 24 of the 36 teams, if my mathematics serve me correctly. We're going to move on to pot 5 now, which features FC Petrokub, St. Gallen, Panathinaikos, TSC, Borac, and Jagiellonia Białystok. Gentlemen, back over to you.
Yes, pot 5 is ready with their 6 clubs. We're ready, Michal, please.
St. Gallen.
That is St. Gallen from Switzerland, winning the playoffs yesterday. St. Gallen have been drawn against Fiorentina, Heidenheim, Vitoria and Cercle Bruges so far. So, we go.
Here we go for St. Gallen. It's a home match with TSC of Serbia and an away trip in Northern Ireland against Larne. That's the path for the Swiss.
Stop. Good. St. Gallen has been drawn, and we go ahead with the next draw. Michal, you can draw it for us.
Panathinaikos.
Panathinaikos is the next club drawn from Greece, from Athens, of course. It's their successive participation in the UEFA group stage, and they know who they play in the first 4 pots: Chelsea, Djurgården, Helsinki, and the New Saints. So we go ahead and we can push the button.
Yeah, with 2 men of Olympiacos on the stage, this will be interesting. Here it comes for Panathinaikos. The last 2 games, they are away at FK Burac in Banja Luka in Bosnia and Herzegovina, and a home tie against Dinamo Minsk. That's the 6 for the Greeks.
Good. We've done it as well, so we can proceed, ready for another draw.
TSC.
Good. We go to Serbia now. This is TSC Bačka Topola, and VSC is their second successive UEFA group stage participation. They know 5 of their opponents: Gent, Legia, Astana, Lugano, St. Gallen, and the next one.
And only 1 opponent left to draw for them, for TSC. That is a home match with FC Noah of Armenia, Giorgio.
Good. Also, TSC is done, and we proceed.
FK Borac Banja Luka.
Borac Banja Luka from Bosnia and Herzegovina. They are champions in Bosnia. Lask, Apoel Omonia, Shamrock Rovers, and Panathinaikos, their opponents drawn so far. 1 missing.
Yeah, we're speeding up nicely. Let's complete the picture for Borac, and it is Vikingur of Reykjavik. That's their 6th and final opponent, Giorgio.
Perfect. We can proceed. We have only 2 balls to open in pot 5.
FC Petrokub.
That's his FC Petrokub first participation in the UEFA group stage for the champions of Moldova. Petrokub will take on Real Betis, Başakşehir, Rapid, the Hearts, and these 2 teams.
The last couple of opponents for Petrokub are the Pole side of Jagiellonia Białystok. That'll be an away match and a home tie with Paphos from Cyprus.
Only 1 to go.
Jagiellonia Białystok.
That's Jagiellonia Białystok, champions of Poland for the very first time. They know 5: Copenhagen, Molde, Olympia, Mlada, Boleslav, and Petrokub. And please press the button. Pot 6.
Want to add for Jagiellonia, and here they come. NK Celje from Slovenia. That's the full 6.
That is indeed. We finished the last pot, the previous pot, pot 5. The fixtures just keep on coming with matches including St. Gallen taking on TSC, Borac against Panathinaikos, and Jagiellonia taking on Petrokub as well, man.
Yeah, we're revving up towards the conclusion quite nicely. On then to the final pot, which will feature NK Celje from Slovenia, Lan, of course, who've already featured quite well in this draw, FC Dinamo Minsk, Paphos of Cyprus, Vikingur Reykjavik, and the Armenians of FC Noah. So let's get this draw fully formed, Giorgio.
Yes, only 9 balls to draw, and the league phase will have taken shape. Sorry, 6 balls, of course. Please, we start, we go for the first one.
FC Paphos.
This is FC Paphos from Cyprus. Debut season in the UEFA competition for Paphos. And we go, we have to press the button. They have 5 opponents already known that you can see on the screen.
And the last one, Giorgio, is NK Celje from Slovenia. That's a home match.
Of course, we go ahead. We completed Paphos and Celje at the same time.
NK Celje.
So Celje, as we just said, is complete with Real Betis, Başakşehir, Vitoria SC, the New Saints, Jagiellonia and Paphos. So this is it for Celje. We are ready. We can go ahead, drawing one of the last four.
Dynamo Minsk.
FC Dynamo Minsk, champions in their country. Dynamo Minsk, they play Copenhagen, Legia, Helsinki Hearts, Panathinaikos, and let's go.
It's all happening nice and quick, and it is Larn, their sixth and final opponent, and that's a home tie for Dynamo Minsk.
Larn FC. We go with one of the last three balls.
FC Larn.
Larn FC, we've just seen it completed now. Gent, Molde, Olympia, Shamrock Rovers, St. Gallen, Dynamo, Minsk. This is the lineup. We go ahead.
Vikingur Reykjavik.
Vikingur Reykjavik is now drawn from Iceland. First participation in the UEFA group stage as well. Lask, Djurgården, Omonia, Cercle Bruges, Borac, Banja Luka, and...
Thank you, Christian. And it's FC Noah that they'll be playing as well. That's an away match for the team from Iceland.
And obviously, we have to draw the last team of the 36, last but not least, of course.
FC Noah.
Which is FC Noah, also debutant in the competition, playing against Chelsea, Apoel, SK Rapid, Mlada Boleslava, TSC, Baška Topola, and Vikingur Reykjavik. And this is all for this draw.
Thank you, gentlemen. Great job. All 36 teams now know their opponents. If we have a look at the last pot, we can tell you that it's paired up some great teams. Paphos taking on Celje, Dynamo Minsk facing Larn, and Noah versus Vikingur. We've got ourselves another outstanding set of matches and such a great competition, such diversity, as Giorgio mentioned, 29 nations out of the 36 teams represented.
It's going to be a belter. We have done it. Thanks very much to our special guests this afternoon, to Christian Karemba and Mikhail Djervakov, who've swirled, plucked and pushed the buttons with undue skill.
They did
and
indeed.
of course, as always, Giorgio, thank you so much.
Of course, Giorgio. That'll do it from all of us here in Monaco. The UEFA Conference League gets underway on Thursday, the 3rd of October, so mark your calendars. Good luck, of course, to all the teams who've qualified for this season's new look competition.
A big thanks to everybody watching here and to all of you all around the world. We will see you very soon. Bye for now.
Goodbye.